It began with a crack, a deafening groan of iron. Then a wall of black porter, over 25 feet high, exploded from the brewery. It smashed through brick and timber, a tidal wave of beer roaring into the crowded slums of St. Giles. Within seconds, two houses collapsed into their own cellars. In one basement, 5 mourners gathered for a wake were trapped, drowned not by water, but by a river of beer. This was the Horseshoe Brewery, a titan of London industry. Its giant vats held the equivalent of over 1.4 million litres of porter, a potent dark beer beloved by the masses. And it sat, a fortress of commerce, right on the edge of the St Giles Rookery. One of London's worst slums, a maze of crumbling tenements where families lived packed into single rooms. For days, a faulty iron hoop had been straining. The vat, 22 feet high, had been repaired before, but the pressure from 3,500 barrels of fermenting porter was relentless. At 4:30, the metal gave way. The rupture was catastrophic. The force didn't just empty the vat, it triggered a chain reaction, bursting other vats in a domino effect of destruction. The brewery's rear wall vanished. Now nothing stood between 323,000 gallons of beer and the homes below. It poured into basements, up stairwells, a sweet, suffocating flood. Rescue was a macabre affair. Survivors waded through waist-deep beer. The air reeked of hops and malt. Bodies were pulled from the sticky brown wreckage. The final toll was 8 souls. The coroner's inquest delivered a verdict that shocked the grieving community. Act of God. The brewery was not to blame. Moo and Company faced ruin. They had lost a fortune in beer. Their survival hinged on a desperate petition, a request to the Crown for a rebate on the excise tax for the beer that had drowned their neighbours. Incredibly, the petition was granted. The tax was returned. The brewery survived, but the story of the beer flood became a dark legend, a symbol of industry's perilous edge. Today the site is modern London, but for one afternoon in 1814, the streets of St Giles ran not with rainwater, but with a bitter river of porter, a tragic reminder that progress can have a sudden drowning cost.